Hello folks, welcome back to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nintendo DS. This console has, or well, console, would you call it a console? It's more of a handheld console, but I don't know. I think the word console, I always think of a video game box that you connect to the TV. I don't know, whatever. But this system is, well, it holds a very special place in my heart. It really does. This is not my original Nintendo DS. No, my original Nintendo DS is it's long gone. It's long gone. I still have it, but it's snapped clean in two. I dropped it many years ago, and I've had about 5 of these things in my whole lifetime. This is the 5th, and this is probably the last one I'm ever going to buy. This is the XL model, which, if you're an adult, I would highly suggest you get the XL model, because the small model is just way too small. That's saying a lot. My hands are tiny. Look at my hands compared to a cartridge. My hands are tiny, folks. And even I struggle to hold the small one, so, yeah. But, regardless, this is a beautiful video game console. So simple. The games work straight away, no fuss, no nothing. It's just, to me, it's a perfect video game console. There's very little I can complain. I'm obviously have loaded up Mario. This is the first Mario game I ever played, and my favorite Mario game. As you can see, I've just finished it here, but it's a beautiful game. It really is. Games for the DS are, well, actually, you know what, they're not that cheap, especially considering how small they are. It depends on the game. Say, for example, Mario 64 on the DS, which is, in my opinion, the superior version to the Nintendo 64. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but I don't care. This is my channel, it's my opinion. But, well, there is actually one thing I will talk about Mario 64, but I'll talk about that in a sec. But these games are not super cheap. I paid £10 for this game, and that's just the loose game. If you want to buy a boxed version, you'll have to pay even more. But then you have other games like Pirates of the Caribbean, another really nostalgic game that I used to play as a kid. This game is dirt cheap. This is my original one I've had. I think I got this game in a place called Extravision. Now, if any of you are from the UK, Extravision, yeah, it's definitely going to be something. Am I focusing? There we go. Yeah, this is definitely a great game. I know some people don't like it, but that's the thing with the Nintendo DS. There's a lot of movie tie-in games, and I'll be 100% honest with you, most of them are garbage. They're nostalgic. They're brilliantly nostalgic, but if you never grew up with them, you're probably not going to like them. Lego Harry Potter on the DS, again, love it, but I know a lot of people don't. All in all, just there's so many amazing games on the DS. I know there's a lot of criticisms for them, but they're just nostalgic and they're brilliant. And if you grew up with this console, or you're thinking of getting one, I'd highly recommend it. The console itself is fairly cheap. I paid £50 for this model. That's probably the most I'd ever recommend you pay for the DS. But what I would recommend, instead of getting these individual games, get yourself one of these. This is a flash cartridge. We've spoken about flash cartridges on this channel a few times, and I'm all for them. I think we spoke about the Crits one for both the Nintendo 64 and the NES. You can actually emulate NES games on the 3DS, which is fantastic, and I'd highly recommend you do that. I don't condone piracy. Well, actually, you know what? In many ways, I kind of do, because some games are just very expensive, and sometimes you have no choice because there's a lot of exclusive games. Also, I believe with this flash card, you can play games that are from different regions. Now I have a PAL region console. Unlike other retro consoles, there's no like region lock, you know, like even though it's running at 50 hertz and the North American or NTSC runs at 60 hertz, they still work relatively good. Like, you know, there's no slowdown or anything like that, so you don't need to be worried about that. If you're buying one of these consoles, getting a stylus, getting multiple styluses are actually essential, because you will lose these. I have one already in here right now, and the stylus fits straight into just the side of the console, which is brilliant. Don't know how that happened, but yeah, you also have access to an SD card, but to tell you the truth, folks, the SD card is just, you know, like there's not a whole lot. You can't download games on the DS, so I wouldn't really worry about that. The larger console, is a bit more. It's a bit stronger, to be honest. You want to be worried because, like, you know, you don't want these hinges snapping on you, and this door can snap if you're not careful, especially if it falls the wrong way. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. It has camera. Wow, great English. It has a camera, as I should say. 2 cameras. The camera quality is absolutely horrendous. I've never seen a camera that bad before, but you know what? It's fine. You're not going to be doing any serious photography on this console. Here, let's go back to the home screen. So here's the home screen. It's very simple and beautiful as well. So yeah, there's the date and time of me recording this. It's brilliant. It really is. Here, I'm sorry I keep moving the camera away from the screen, folks. Every time you click on something, the screen goes dark, and you might see my face in the reflection, and I don't want you guys seeing any of that. So yeah, here's just some pictures I took. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, the camera quality is garbage, but you can at least do some editing, which is kind of fun. Here's my room. The room we're sitting in right now. There's those models up there. So yeah, look, it's a beautiful console. Buttons, everything feels amazing to play with. Sometimes these back bumper buttons can actually break down over time, but if you talk with your seller on eBay or wherever you're buying this, that shouldn't be an issue. Charging wise, you can use the original charging power supply. I just got one of these. I think this is okay, well, it's a USB charger, but I don't know what type. Get yourself one of these as well, a case. Obviously get a case depending on the size of the console you have, you know, to make sure it fits. But yeah, there you go, folks. Not much more to talk about, just a beautiful console, and one I'd recommend. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.